Hey traders, John Howell here. Well, this sucks. Why is the market crashing for today? Well, we're actually, the market's still open right now. I've just finished doing all my analysis and all my scans and looking across the market for today, guys. And no, we're getting a very, very, very big pullback across the markets. But what's going on? Let me share with you. Let's go straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So I'm actually seeing a lot of people getting very, very, very worried about this. But do you know what, traders? Over my last 17 years of trading these markets and being involved with these markets, you start to learn some things, right? Because you see these things happen again and again and again and again and again and again, okay? The first thing that I see that happens most years is we get a 10, sometimes more % correction at the start of the year. I've seen so many times. Just like even last year, right? Look at this here. Look at this here. I see so many times this happening and it freaks people out. People jump out of buildings, fling themselves out and saying, oh my goodness, the top's in. And you're going to hear the bumblebees come out, right? I see this happen so many times throughout the year, right? Because you get the January, maybe February, big pullback, just like we did back here. And this actually happened last year in the Nasdaq. Right, so we had this high up here, and then as you can see, we actually dropped down about 12% on the Nasdaq, and then we slowly made our way back up. Now, you know what, traders? We're probably going to get the exact same thing as well, too, right? We're probably going to get the exact same thing. It happened at the start of 20. It actually even happened in 2020, right? There's a big pullback. Look at the start of the year, big pullback, and we finished raging bull, and then we finished the year off not doing much. Into 2021. Big pullback and then a raging bull. So traders, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, this sucks. It's like, do you know what, traders? If you're looking at the markets right now and you're trading the markets, you should be happy this is happening. Me, I am just like, bring it on. Bring it on. Give me a big correction. I'm going to share with you the one indicator that I'm focusing on that tells me when we're probably getting towards the bottom of this pullback. And again, I'll share more with that, with what I'm seeing. I'm hoping for a big correction. Why, guys? Because that's got to be a layup. Donkey Kong's coming to town. Right? It's going to be a layup. Why? Because the fundamentals haven't changed. We're just getting a little bit of a shake and bake right now. Yeah, they may stay, they may start to raise interest rates, or they may not. They said they're going to do that. They're doing a bit of tapering. But the fundamentals haven't changed behind these markets. A little bit of a shake and bake, a little bit of a pullback. But the overall big trend, guys, has not changed. So yeah, I'm expecting a big pullback out of these markets. I'm expecting that. Why? Well, one, it happens most years, right? We get a bit of a freak out. Most people think the top's in. It gets a lot of pain into traders who are thinking, oh my goodness, the top's in. And if you've been watching me for the last couple of years, okay, you would know what was I calling, and you can even go back to the good old YouTube's timeline, right? Go back to the YouTube's. What was I saying through here? I actually started saying it through here, right? Here, I'm like, oh my goodness, here we go. And then around about here, that's when I started buying the hell out of the market. I'm like, oh my goodness, and then the market dropped down even more. The bumblebees on YouTube came out and said, John, you're wrong. This thing is going to go through the floor. You have no idea. You're wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And then a few months later, it rose. I made a lot of money actually this week because I bought that. Also, I bought a few stocks. I bought Apple. These were options trades, by the way, traders. So especially when you're buying options, when you're buying call options and the market's doing this, your call options are getting hammered with the volatility, right? Hammered. But we can see we actually have, right, we're getting absolutely hammered through here. But then guess what? When the market picks up, the volatility, especially as this thing continued to rise through there, guess what? You can see you could see how we actually had the volatility in the call options make a very, very big move. I'm sorry, guys. I just got lost the train of thought there. You probably realize that as well too. I just saw one of my clients actually shorting the markets right now. I hope he's not. I'm gonna get him. So the thing is, guys, yeah, like I wouldn't want to be shorting the market right now because I don't know how big the pullback's going to be. But expect the pullback. Expect the pullback because it's probably likely going to happen. You know, same for the S&P 500. S&P 500, we're getting a bit of a strong pullback, very strong, solid close below. I would love to be wrong, right? I would love to be wrong because if the market does hold here and we do start to see a turnaround, then maybe we're not going to get that short-term pullback, right? Because we've definitely got, we definitely have this overall market trending through here, right? And then now we actually had this high. So if the market does for some reason hold here and we start to see a move back up, or even if it pulls back a little bit through here and then comes back up through there, traders, oh my goodness, that's going to be so bullish. So that actually could happen as well too. But what I'm hoping for more is bring in the pain, right? Bring in the pain for these markets. And I want to see so much pain because that's gonna create like a bit of a slingshot move in the markets. And the big thing you want to be focusing on is this thing here, right? This thing over here, which is the Fear and Greed Index by CNN. And I'm just loading up right now. As you can see, it's starting to pull back a bit more worrisome in the markets. Let's actually, all right, let me actually zoom in a bit more through here. Right, so I want to see this Fear and Greed Index. I want to see this thing start to see where we were a month ago. Extreme fear. What happened to the market after we got extreme fear? Oh, that's right. Went for a big move, right? And now we're actually doing this through here. So let's actually I want to go down through here. So see what's happening through here. I want to see. Remember, I said I started buying the crap out of the markets with the vid situation that happened in 2020. Why? Look at that. Look at most people were fearful. Most people are like, oh my goodness, it's gone through the floor. The market's got to crash. Blah, blah, blah. Me, I'm just like, here we go. I'm going to buy the crap out of this thing. Now, I didn't hold it all the way. I just rode it. And when I started seeing when this happened, the market had a big rise for 4 or 5 months, and then I got out. I didn't capture it the whole 2020, but then when I saw things stabilizing and I saw what the fundamentals were, I jumped back in last year, and I've been long the S&P 500 for well over 6 months. So it's been a really nice ride since then. And now we're getting this here. So you know what? Bring in this here. Bring another boom, boom, boom down through here, guys, because that here, guys, is going to be an absolute layup in the markets. And so that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. And you can see that that's what we're getting through there. Just please don't be listening to the talking heads. Yes, we're probably going to get a short-term pullback, but please keep an eye open about what is really going on in these markets and not these bullshit talking heads out there. They say the top's in and so on and so forth. No, this pullback, this correction, that's all it's going to be. It's not going to turn into a bear market, right, guys? It's not going to turn into a crash. What is a crash? A crash happens, remember, guys, a crash doesn't happen one night, right? It happens over several weeks and months, right? But we're not going to turn into an overall big, massive bear market. Now, anything can happen, right? Like that's the nature of the beast. But my view is that, yeah, we're gonna get a correction. We're gonna get lots of pain. We're gonna bring a little bit of pain into the markets. I want to see this Fear and Greed Index just get absolutely hammered. I want to see this thing pegging, because remember, traders, where was this Fear and Greed Index when the whole vid situation happened? Like by the end, right, it was pegging down here, extreme fear. Guess what? When I bought it, the market, when people are fearful, be greedy. When people are greedy, be fearful, right? So when people are really, really extremely greedy or fearful, I started buying it and then I rode it back up. So I want to see this Fear and Greed Index start to peg back down there, because that means the market would have started off a lot stronger, and people are freaking out. Guess what, guys? That's going to be a buy of a lifetime, because I see 15%, 20% to the upside, possibly even a 30% rise for the entire year. So especially in some, and maybe even some of the indices as well too. So I expect a very strong rally towards the end of the year, just like we did, guys. Again, just looking at the markets here, right? Look at this back here, from there to there, right? We had, what was it there, 5%. We did get a bit of a strong pullback there. We didn't get a very strong pullback, did we, on the S&P 500, but the Nasdaq we did. So on the Nasdaq, guys, I want to see this thing have a very, very, very big correction, because I do see this being short-lived, and then I do see this thing probably having a very nice rise to the upside. So short term, we may get a bit of pain, guys, but this is just a shake and bake for those bumblebees and weenie babies and all those talking heads out there to start it. Please don't get sucked into the headlines and the top's in, the market's going to crash, that's it, it's all over, so on and so forth. Yes, it's probably going to be much more pain. Yes, people are going to say this sucks, but no, this is going to be amazing, because once you see January, February come through, and then suddenly you see September, October at the end of the year, guess what? People who saw that happen this year, right now, the next maybe month or two, is going to be just laughing all the way to the bank, because they made really good, strong decisions. So don't make decisions based upon the headlines, because you're always going to be leading down the wrong path. And that's what a lot of people are doing right now. They're actually shorting the market. The reason I'm not shorting the market right now, traders, is because I'm long the market. The reason I'm not shorting the market, because I don't know how big this pullback's going to be. I want it to be big, but I don't know how big the pullback's going to be. So don't be shorting a big bull market, because you never know how big the correction's going to be, and how long it's going to last. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new Breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new Breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.